Today is race day. It's night at the island. Maddie's gonna be racing the pro mile at like 8:20 this evening, and I'm gonna be running the 5K at 7. If I get bumped into the pro race, miraculously, it'll be like 8 p.m. It's been really hot recently. If you've been watching my videos, I complain about it all the time, but they pushed the races back this year compared to last year, so it shouldn't be too bad. Comment down below what I should get. Just kidding, you guys won't be able to. I'm gonna get pancakes and bacon. You heard it here first. What do you get?
Pancakes and eggs.
What time are you gonna run today to win $1,000?
I'm gonna make it slow.
It's shortly after 2 this afternoon, and we're doing a little shakeout right now. I'm gonna go 2 miles, however long that takes me. And how long are you going?
10 minutes.
Maddie's running through the neighborhood, so she veered off pretty early. I'm going a little bit longer. Today could be a really nice day because it gives me a little bit of redemption if I run well, because as you probably know, if you watch my channel, the Pittsburgh Marathon did not go too well about a month ago. I'd like to just have a solid race, one that I'm proud of, even with the training I've had recently. So if you guys can let me know in the comments down below what your 5K PR is, I'd be curious to hear that. You have no idea how bad and for how long I've wanted to break the 15-minute barrier, but things have never lined up in a good way, I guess. My training has been kind of up and down since I graduated from college a couple years ago. I definitely haven't focused on anything around the 5K. Mostly, if I do train, it's half marathon and up. Speed work that I may need to run a fast 5K has never really been there. But in case you guys were wondering, my 5K PR on the track is 15:12, and back in January I did a tempo on the track. We're in a 15:18. Funny enough, my 5K PR is actually in the middle of an 8K on a cross-country course. I ran 15:08, and then I kind of died the last 2 or so miles afterwards, but that's where I stand right now. And let's turn around. That's 1 mile. Not worried about pace, obviously, just trying to get the blood pumping and get us as loose and ready for the race in a couple hours. I've low-key been on a mission the last few years to get better times in literally every distance I can. So far, not so good. There's not a single distance from the 100-meter dash up to the marathon and even beyond that I'm happy with. Not even content with. All my times suck, to be frank. Might even try and just do some time trials this summer to get things to certain times that I can sort of live with and maybe touch base with later in the future. Problem with me is I'm good at training, but not so good at racing. I'm pretty inconsistent. I go out pretty hard, go balls to the wall, and try and hold on. Occasionally it works, but in my opinion, it doesn't work enough to make it right. Sometimes I'm pretty brave, but overall it's just stupidity. Little 2-mile shakeout there. Nice and easy. Got a few things I have to do before we leave. Get a nice solid stretch in and keep hydrating. Hello! Hi! Walter! I'm gonna be brave here and take a cold shower. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay. It'll be worth it. We survived. It actually wasn't that bad. I think it's just because it was so hot outside that it just felt like I was jumping into a pretty cold pool. I wish I did this more often. There was a period a couple months ago where I was doing really well with it, but it just gives you like this energy that you can't really get anywhere else. You feel all this adrenaline surging through you, and you just feel so good afterwards. It's so worth it, in my opinion. I just wish I wasn't as much of a bitch. I am eating my pre-race meal right now. We got Olive Garden yesterday, just some spaghetti and meatballs. I'm usually an Alfredo kind of guy, but I just felt like getting some marinara this time around, and I think it was a good choice. I am going to be stretching for a long time here. Probably minimum 45 minutes to an hour, because if I'm being honest with you guys, I haven't stretched in at least a week, maybe even 2. I'm super nervous about the race. I don't feel at my best right now. My goal for today is to break 15 minutes. It's gonna struggle really because if you haven't really been following along on my channel, for the longest time I was training for a marathon, the Pittsburgh Marathon, and that was not even a month ago. Going from that sort of training to a 5K, I really haven't had much time to really make that transition and get in the proper workouts. I'm really just kind of winging it and hoping that the fitness that I've attained over the months, regardless of what kind of fitness it was, I can hold on for 5 kilometers. Essentially pull something out of my ass. Just finished stretching. Right on point. I said about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe even more, and I actually do feel a lot better after that, so I really needed that. I also just found out that I'm in the Open. I didn't make it into the pro race, but that's alright. Give me a lot of really good competition, hopefully enough to push me if I'm feeling good, and that's assuming I am running well. I'll probably still get my ass spanked. Last year I ran this race, and I was sitting right on the pacer's back the entire time, and there wasn't as many people last year because they just got super popular this last year. They were relatively new then. And the pacer stepped off with a mile to go, and I was left stuck in the front, and I was like, fuck. It was super hot. The race was like around this time. It's like 4:30 right now. We're gonna be heading out soon, with that being said. Coming up on 5, and we're gonna be heading out in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna start drinking this. Hoping to put it down before the race, the entire thing, as if that's a huge task. Light work, baby! The electrolyte should give me all the energy I need. On our way now, and it's starting to rain. Could get interesting. We heard thunder too, so that could be really bad. I'm okay with running in the rain, but we get like rained out from the thunder and shit. That's no bueno. We haven't had rain in like 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, we're getting it. I don't know whether to be upset or not. We have arrived, and it was looking pretty grim for a couple minutes there. You ready to go? She's ready to go. I'm gonna have to get rolling here in a little bit. There's like an indoor facility right there for golfing. And then here's the track. This is getting interesting. We just picked up our bibs, and I just found out I got moved into the Pro 5K, so not only does that mean I'm going to be running with very fast people, but my race is now at 8 instead of 7. We have time to kill, a little stressed now.
I'm a special winner.
Special boy. That's the PA soil winner. If they like break any like PA record tonight, they get that. Last year some woman did it in the 5K. That was pretty sick. Wow, it's Pro Bike and Run. Who's this NPC? Starting our warm-up right now, doing 2 nice and easy miles, just trying to knock back some of those nerves. I keep peeing or feeling like I have to pee. Classic pre-race nervous pees. Look, we're literally on a island right now. It's kind of cool. I'm like right in the middle of the pack at my 1450 seed. There's people seated under 14 minutes, and there's people seated, I think the slowest one's 15:27. It's also really hot. I don't think anybody's breaking 14 today, but you never know. It's just past 7 p.m. right now, and I always like to start my warm-ups regardless of the distance, about an hour out. Here's the fit check right now. And once again, it's pretty damn hot right now, but it's gonna be a beautiful evening for this run. The sun's starting to go down. No matter what the weather, I'm weird. I've just kind of been brought up with coaches to kind of wear long sleeves and sweatpants regardless, and then when you're approaching the race, you take them off. You feel like nice and cool and ready to go. It's a really good feeling, even if it's really uncomfortable while you're wearing it. 2 miles is done. We gotta stretch.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sammy time. Back for another Sammy segment. We're into the meet here. We're gonna get on our way with the Pro Men's 5K here. Check out the guys. I think most of them are right over here. There's Zach. We will see how this turns out. I'm gonna be giving my best play-by-play. Here with my buddy Nick. Probably a favorite. He's my favorite guy, I would have to say. Actually, no, Zach's my favorite. Nick, you can be second. How you feeling? Ready to go? The sun's went away. At least it's not as hot.
It's pretty, man.
Look at that sunset. That's right on the money. Your guys will be fine. Here they go. Let's go, guys. Good job. Good job, Zach. Stay in it. Okay, it looks like we're 1K in here. It's 250. First guy through 250. Zach looks like he's in, and 253. That's right on, Zach. You're under 15 pace. Keep it up. Running over here to get them at the mile mark. Let's see what they go through and at. Zach looks like he's reasonably comfortable. Granted, we're only a mile in, and everyone knows the 5K race does not start until about 1,200 meters to go. That's when it actually starts to get hard. Here come your leaders, Nick Wolk. Here comes Zach right here through mile 1 in about 4:40. So 4:42. That's on pace. I mean, that's right where you'd want to be at. It's a little bit quick, but that leaves him a little bit of room to fade if he does. But the weather is really nice now. Before it was really hot, and now it's pretty doable out here. The sun's gone down. Nice little breeze as well. Go. Zach's on the 5K. We'll see how he does.
Game time is happening, and it's live, and it's just exciting. Like the vibe is coming through, and Zach is right where he needs to be. He is on the PR pace. He just needs to commit and stay in that salty region, and he'll get there.
Yep. All right, Zach, we're getting to that point. You got to commit to the race. Let's go, buddy. Good job. All right, Zach, 3K right here. Let's go, buddy. 2K to go. That's nothing. Let's go, buddy. Zach, you're on pace to go under 15. You're under 15 at 3K. Commit now. This is where it's gonna hurt the most, and you gotta do it now. Let's go, buddy. The thing about the 5K, of my experience of running it, is right at about 2 miles, 1,200 to go, you have to make a decision whether or not you're gonna have a good race. He's gotta make that decision for himself here. I think he's fallen off a little bit, but you have a little bit of time to come back if you do start to falter a little bit, but he's gotta make that decision. Let's go, Zach. Let's get on him. Let's go. After this, it's 2 laps to go. That's nothing. Let's go, dude. Get back on him. Let's go. Let's go, Zach. Foot speed. Foot speed. Focus on foot speed. Let's go. Get those legs moving. Let's go. Good job, Zach. Not bad for marathon shape.
Let's go, Maddie.
Caroline Adams.
Let's go.
They're led by hit number 2.
Let's go, Maddie.
St. John, Cletter, and McLean.
About 110 for the first lap.
Maddie Silek still in the lead.
Let's go, Maddie.
Meters. 800 meter mark right around 222.
Maddie, let's go. You got this.
3:30 on the clock for Maddie Silek.
You've got 10 meters on her. Let's go.
Big finish from Maddie.
Let's go, Maddie.
Here she is, Maddie Silek.
You get a 2-week break.
Champion. 4:40. Logan St. John.
What do you have to say? 5K didn't go too well, but I really didn't know what to expect anyway, so I guess I'll take it. It was a solid workout, and we'll get some proper training in for that kind of distance this summer. Right now, Maddie just showed me up in the mile, winning $1,000, and we're gonna watch the men hopefully go sub 4 here.
And our way.
Good job, boys. Let's go. 61.
All right, a little off the pace. Falling a little off that sub 4 pace, but they're still killing it.
Oh, by Nick Dahl in second place. One lap to go. This should be a big finish.
Let's go,
For
Colin!
these athletes. 3:03 on the clock.
They're gonna need about a 56
AJ
to go
Arns making
sub
his bid
4.
for the front. Come on! AJ Arns coming down the home stretch.
Let's go!
Can he do
A
it?
sub 4 mile for AJ Arns. 3:59.
Oh, I think he missed it.
Nah, he got it.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
A great finish from these guys.
No, because they hold the finish line.
It's the day after the 5K. Honestly, it was one of those weird situations where after training once again for so long for the marathon, I really had no idea what to expect for the 5K. I left the race feeling alright. I know I had a really bad race if I leave feeling depressed, and I wasn't depressed, so I was actually quite content with the time, even though, you know, I wanted to break 15, but I wasn't there yet. I can train and get more 5K-esque workouts this summer and maybe do a time trial, even if that's what it takes on the track. I would have paced myself a little more evenly. I think I could have gone, I know I could have gone a little bit faster. It's just a matter of how much faster. At the start of the race, there was this guy talking about what he wanted to run, and it was about right where I wanted to run. He said like 14:50. I'm like, that'd be nice. I just kind of followed him through the first mile. Not too long after mile 1, he kind of started to slow down. Not kind of, he really started to slow down. And I picked up on it, but I didn't want to take the lead because there was a little bit of wind. I'm like, am I gonna have to do this? Because there was already like kind of a gap between us and the guys in the front with the pacer. And by the time we got to maybe halfway through the race, around 6 or 7 laps, I just went by him and just ran with everything I had left until the end. It's kind of unfortunate. I always get stuck in these situations where I don't like to call myself a front runner, but I feel like I always end up kind of in the front. My pace is always like at this really awkward pace where nobody seems to be running it. They're either going a little bit faster or a little bit slower, and I'm just left alone. It's really annoying. It happened during the marathon too, and I mean that didn't fuck up my race. Whatever. I beat him though, by the way. I came in second to last. I came in 6th place. Could have been worse, I guess. We went through the first mile at like 4:40, and I knew immediately that I was already like in a bit of a struggle fest. Normally when I run races, especially 5Ks, the first mile, regardless of pace, is pretty easy. You have all this adrenaline and you're just kind of in the moment. The last mile got really hot despite the sun going down, and I just kind of took it all in and tried to go as hard as I could, and I just didn't have the extra gear to like speed up. So final time was 15:34. I was given this Hoka singlet, by the way. I give Hoka a pretty bad rap. I don't like their shoes personally, but this is a nice singlet. I like the colors on it. As of right now, the next race on deck is Hell Hath No Hurry, the 50K. It's a single track trail race. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you stuck around, and I'll see you on July 1st for that one. We'll get them next time. Maddie had a great race, by the way. She won $1,000. You know, with the NCAA, she has to work that out to see if she can even take it. I mean, the NCAA is such bullshit. They're so corrupt and just so shitty. I don't understand how it's like just a problem to take $1,000, because obviously that kind of money these days can go a long way. Enough of the tangent. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm actually traveling for a wedding right now. I'm recording like 3 videos at the same time, so forgive me if I'm like all over the place. See ya.